How's everybody doing? Good evening to everybody. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Neighbor News and for America's Voice. How's everybody doing? This just in, a little while ago, I got this notifications and I've been reading a lot. So I contacted a friend of mine in a newspaper over there in Sonora to get the clarifications of what is happening. I was waiting on a text from him, and he practically wrote me a note about what happened. So this is a note of Javier Osuna, better known as Javi Osuna Galvan. It's a broadcaster also in Sonora, and also is a broadcaster in different parts of Chihuahua. This is what the news is. This just in. Mormon family, some of them survived. It was under attack by the cartel. U.S. citizens under attack by the cartel. It's a massacre. A lot of people are getting scared of what is happening over there. Before we go a little bit further, yes, it is a tragedy. It is a massacre and it needs to stop. Our country, Mexico, is being under attack by the cartel. The cartel has taken over our country, as you guys have seen in the past weeks, how the cartel has total charge of the security of Mexico, of our country. Also, you have seen our president, in the past weeks, he captured Ovidio Guzman, that is the son of the Chapo Guzman. Ovidio Guzman made a threat to the president, and Ovidio Guzman was released. Ovidio Guzman was released because of the threat. President AMLO said, I don't want no problems. I'm not going to capture no kingpins. I'm going to dedicate to control the security. The cartel has always been under control. I don't agree with you. It's the government that has been always under the control. And it's the government that controls the cartel, and they tell them what to do. I don't agree with you. And I'm sorry, but I live over here. This just ended. So I will read what my colleague wrote to me for you guys to understand what is happening over here and what was these attacks. There's a really graphic video in social media going around by the car burned. Kids are being they found dead, slaughtered, and we're going to get more information later on this afternoon to see the motives of the attack. The motives of the attack. Now, a lot of people get attacked by this. When this kind of massacre, they get attacked because they want to traffic the children, or they get attacked because they have something that they owe to the cartel, or they get attacked because they get attacked. It's just, there's so many reasons. There's more deep reasons, but let's just give the information what it is right now, what is happening. So this is, I'm going to translate. My friend doesn't know how to speak really good English. But I will translate for everybody. The attack was done against a family of Mormons and activists. It was in the mediations of Rancho La Mora. It's a ranch that is called La Mora. The community Mormon on the limits between Sonora and Chihuahua. Those are two states. Also, they report that other children were kidnapped, and one of the women died with her baby on her hands. This is how they describe. In a pursuit kidnap pursuit on Rancho La Mora, the Mormon community between the limits of Sonora and Chihuahua, they were assassinated, 2 women, 5 minors, 5 minors, between them 3 babies, and those 5 minors, who those 3 babies presented bullet wounds, and also bodies were found calcinated, burned. According to the information from the social medias in Chihuahua, it established that one of the victims is Ronita Maria Lebaron, who she was traveling on her SUV with her kids, Howard and Crystal, of the ages 8 and 10 years old. As for also the twins, Titus and Tiana, of 6 months of age. Also in the same SUV, they were found calcinated bodies of another woman and another newborn, who can also be a part of Christina Johnson and her baby of 4 months of age, of 4 months of being born. Again, I will repeat myself for the people that are just watching. This is a tragedy. It's a massacre that it was occurred between the inmediations of in El Rancho La Mora, between Sonora and Chihuahua. And this, I will read again through this point, and then I will describe what happened. The attack was against a family of Mormons and activists and the immediations of Rancho La Mora and the community of the Mormon community between the limits of Sonora and Chihuahua. They report several kidnapped children, and one of the women died with her baby on her hands. In a pursuit by the cartel against in Rancho La Mora, the Mormon community that is between Sonora and Chihuahua, they were assassinated two women, 5 minors of and between on those 5 minors, 3 of them were babies who presented bullet wounds, and also there were other bodies that they were found calcinated. According to the information given by newspapers at Chihuahua, it was established that the victims were Ronita Maria Lebaron, who she was traveling in her SUV with her children, Howard and Crystal, of the ages of 8 and 10. Also, twins, Titus and Tiana, of 6 months of age. Also, in the SUV, there were bodies calcinated of another woman and another newborn that it could also belong to Christina Johnson and her baby of 4 months of age. To the next information, there's also other people that are disappeared and they were private of their liberty, kidnapped. The names are Donna Lamford, of 43 years old. As for minors, of the names of Kylie Evelyn, of 14, Devin Blake, of 13, Trevor Harvey, of 11, Mackenzie Rain, of 9, Cody Grison, 7, Jake Ryder, 6, Sander Bowe, 4 years old, Rogan J, 3 years old, and Brixton Oliver, of 10 months of age. It transcended that they are family. This is where the politics starts, and this is where probably the cartel deliberately had made this attack because of this information that I'm about to give you. It transcended that all those people are family members of the ex-mayor of Babispe, Stephen Hiram Lamford Kempson. The community of Babispe is situated in the high mountains of the west of Chihuahua. It is really close to Chihuahua. This is probably why and I'm just, making an assumption that is totally disrespectful if I make an assumption to this point. But now that we have lived in this country that is under attack by these organizations, we can take the deliberate action or the assumption of making that it has a lot to do with that. It transcends that they were family members of the ex-mayor of Bavispe, Stephen Hiram Lamford Kempson. The community of Bavispe is situated in the mountains of the west, close to Chihuahua. This is probably why it is an attack on them. The municipal secretary of such a community, Melvin Romero Pedrego, said that until the moment, they haven't gotten a contact with the authorities of Chihuahua. Only a dialogue with investigators of the Fisco and the state of Sonora. Romero Pedrego informed that public security tonight in the community implemented practically a state of emergency in that part of the city. State of emergency means toque de queda, that around a specific time, nobody gets out of their houses. Our country and our cities are under attack. This is continue to happen, people. It doesn't stop, and it's not going to stop because our president is involved in it, practically. Tomorrow, there are not going to be no classes and every level of education, and they have told the authorities to every person in that community to please do not go out of their houses for security reasons. He also added that he doesn't know who were these organized crimes or who were the groups that they organized this crime. It's a violent and despicable attack. And it has threatened our communities. A lot of people want to know who are the Lebaron family. And it's really important that who is the Lebaron family. The Lebaron family established in the municipal part of Hanos and some communities back in the 90s. The first one established right there, it was a lady called Alma Dyer Lebaron, who she installed in an area in Chihuahua, and that throughout the years, she has created a community that is called the Lebaron community. The community started at 1924. Lebaron, it was a member of fundamentalists of the Mormons, that it hasn't abandoned the polygamy, something like that is their beliefs. They believe on polygamy. I believe that is the word. And that is why she decided to go to Mexico. It is sad, people, that we are under attack. We are under attack by the organizations of crime as these polygamy. Thank you so much. As these horrible attacks continue, and these horrible attacks continue in our country. It is despicable what is happening. It is horrible. And as you guys just heard, I will read it again for the people that are just watching. There was a massacre, an attack against a family of Mormons and activists on the mediations on the ranch named La Mora between the limits of the Sonora and Chihuahua. They've been reported kidnappings. In those kidnappings, there are children kidnapped. One of the women died with her baby on her hands. In a pursuit that it was due in Rancho La Mora, the Mormon community between Sonora and Chihuahua, there were assassinated women, 5 minors, and those 5 minors, 3 of them were babies who presented bullet wounds, and also their bodies were calcinated. According to the information from a newspaper in Chihuahua, and also the information that our friend and our colleague is giving us, the victims are Ronita Maria Lebaron, who she was traveling in her SUV with her children, Howard and Crystal, of the ages of 8 and 10 years old. As for 2 twins, Titus and Tiana, of 6 months. Also in the SUV, there were bodies calcinated of other women with her newborn, who can probably belong to Christina Johnson, and her baby of 4 months of life. There are more people disappeared, and they were private of their liberty, kidnapped. Their names are Donna Lamford, of 43 years old. As for the minors, Kylie Evelyn, of 14 years old. Devin Blake, of 13 years old. Trevor Harvey, as 11 years old. Mackenzie Rain, as 9 years old. Cody Grison, 7 years old. Jack Ryder, 6 years old. Sander Bowe, 4 years old. Rogan J, 3 years old. Brixton Oliver, 10 months. It is amazing what our government has turned into. It is amazing what our government has done. And it is mostly unbelievable what our government is permitting. Mexico has been at war with the cartel for many years, people. Many years. We've been at war with organized crime for many years. And we've been also at war with the insecurity factor for many years in our country. a lot of people are disgusted, and a lot of people are, afraid of these actions. I will tell you something. I'd experienced that it happened right here in Tijuana. Back in 2007, there was a big war of cartels right here in Tijuana between the cartel Arellano Felix and the Sinaloa cartel. That war started in 1994, and it continued till now. There were kidnapped 21 minors that they were involved in the cartel at that time. All 20 of them, they were found dead at a mountain with their heads cut off. And also with their bodies chopped in different places. It is different of this situation that we're going through right now. And it's extremely hard for us to understand that it is horrible that our country is not run by the cartel. Is run by the government that gives the freedom to the cartel to work and do as much as they can and run our country. The insecurity factor right here does a lot. The insecurity factor plays a really important part right here. It plays the part that a lot of people are going to get scared. And you know what is going to happen next, right? You guys know what is going to happen next. A lot of people are going to start leaving their homes. And they're going to start migrating from city to city. It is not a created crisis in this one, but these are the kind of events, ajustes de cuentas, like they say over here. These are the kind of events, they make our country look horrible in the eyes of the world. These are the kinds of events that make our president look like he doesn't have the control of our country. And these are the kind of events and massacres and catastrophes that make our country look horrible. It is so disgusting. It is, as you are absorbing every type of information and you're a communicator, it is difficult to digest all of this sometimes and to play it like nothing's going on, everything's all right. But people, we are under attack. And it's been like that for many years. But now is with more freedom. And now is with more liberty. And now nobody can stop them. So for people that are just tuning in, hi, how's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and for America's Voice. There's a really viral news right now on social media. I was waiting for a friend of mine in Sonora, and he sent me this note that he made and also with another colleague of his. And he sent me this note. He told me, translate this for people to know. So I was waiting for a message of that, although, they had social media going on with this video, and they were a lot of people messaging me of what is going on with this. I don't like to talk about the cartels a lot. It is a really difficult subject because of security issues. But this is going to be a worldwide news, and it's going to be known across the world. So I will repeat again the information for the last time. For people that are just watching, I will repeat it again for the last time. And when this ends, if you guys don't catch the information, you can watch the video again. There was an attack, a massacre against a family of Mormons and activists from the United States on the immediations in Rancho La Mora, a Mormon community on the limits between Sonora and Chihuahua. Also, they report other kidnappings, between them children, and one of the women died with her baby in her arms. On a pursuit that it was done in Rancho La Mora, in the community, in the Mormon community between the limits of Sonora and Chihuahua, there were assassinated 2 women, 5 minors of age. 3 of them were babies who presented bullet wounds, and also their bodies were calcinated. According to the information given by our colleague, one of the victims was Ronita Maria Lebaron, who she was traveling in her SUV with her children, Howard and Crystal, of the ages of 8 and 10 years old, and also their twins, Titus and Tiana, of 6 months of age. Also in the SUV, there were bodies found calcinated of another woman and her newborn, who can belong probably to Christina Johnson and her baby of 4 months of life. There's other people that they are disappeared, and they were private of their liberty, kidnapped. Their names are Donna Lamford, of 43 years of age. As for minors, as Kylie Evelyn, of 14, Devin Blake, of 13 years old, Trevor Harvey, as 11 years old, Mackenzie Rain, 9 years old, Cody Grison, 7 years old, Jake Ryder, 6 years old, Sander Bowe, 4 years old, Rogan J, 3 years old, and Brixton Oliver, of 10 months. This information, it transcends that the family members are linked to the ex-mayor of Bapispe, Stephen Hiram Lamford Kempson. The community of Bapispe, it is situated in the high mountains of the west, close to Chihuahua. The municipal secretary of that community, Melvin Romero Pedrego, said at the moment they haven't had contact with the authorities of Chihuahua. Only they have created a dialogue with private investigators of the Fisco and the General of State of Sonora. The Lebaron family, they were a family that established on the municipal of Hannes and some other communities back in the 90s through the doctor and older lady Alma Dyer Lebaron, who she installed on the part of Chihuahua through the years, and she created a community that is called the Lebaron community. Rest in peace. God rest their souls. This unfortunate attacks on these, I don't know what the word is, but innocent people. So I will post later on more information, as let me see if in 30 minutes I will have contact with my contact over there in Sonora, and he can give me information, and he can go live on a phone call so he can get information for all of you guys. That is what is happening right now at the massacre between Chihuahua and Sonora in Rancho La Mora. Solutions, it's difficult to find one, people. It is difficult to find a solution. It is hard to find a solution, and it is really hard to find a solution. Why? Because this has been happening for a long time in our country. It's been happening for a long time. And it has been happening so much that we have created a word that I have been telling you guys, that this is the word that you guys have to avoid. That is comfortable. We have become comfortable, passive with all of this. We have seen things so much that we've seen it as normal as possible. And it's because of this that they have created this agenda in our heads, that killing babies, assassinating children, calcinating children, it is just an act of violence. Nothing more. It is amazing, but it is one of the things that we need to completely understand, that our country is being under attack by insecurity and by violence and by organized crime. That is the breaking news for everybody to know. I will have a little bit more information later on this afternoon. A lot of people are a little bit in shock. I am not in shock. Really, I'm not. I have not got accustomed to it. That is the word, that we need to stop getting accustomed to it. In our country, this is pretty normal. It happens continuously on a daily day basis. We see acts of the devil on these people on every day in our city of Tijuana, in the cities of the border, and also in downtown and down south of our country. That is the information for right now regarding this massacre and this horrible attack. God bless everybody of that family. I don't know what were their situations. We don't know the particulars on what happened. And pretty much sometimes I don't want to know. I might be honest with you guys. Sometimes I get information from friends of mine that they work in the government, or they work in the police department, or the ministerial police. And really, I tell my friends, I don't want to know. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Because I don't want to get that information. Really, I don't want to. And it's not that we're accustomed to this, is that you see it on it every day, that it has become normal for us. Sad. It has become normal for us. God bless every single one of you guys. And like I always say, stay safe. That is the most important thing, to stay safe. Keep on fighting the good fight. Let's bring God into our lives again, into the communities, and into our countries. And let's stay focused on bringing God into our world again, because our world is suffering. It's suffering, and it's suffering. God bless you all. Tomorrow, we will have a YouTube morning show with a political avenger at 6 o'clock in the morning, West Coast time. We will have a show for you guys. We are going to talk about the Trump impeachment. Tomorrow, political avenger from Florida, she's going to be live with us at YouTube, and we are going to do a show for you guys talking about the Trump impeachment. 6 o'clock West Coast time, 9 o'clock in the morning East Coast time, 6 o'clock a.m., 6 a.m., 9 o'clock a.m. East Coast time, and 8 o'clock Central time, and in El Paso, in Texas, 7 o'clock in the morning for everybody that is watching on that side of your country. There's a question right here. Miss Mary Golden says, can you tell us about those that saw through the new wall? We don't know if they did that or not. We need to read a little bit more, and we need to read the articles or where they're coming from. I haven't read that because I believe that it's almost impossible to saw through the wall, knowing that the wall is made out of steel with concrete inside the pieces of metal. So we need to watch a little bit, and we need to see where the article is coming from, and what part of the country and what wall, what they were talking about. It was the new wall, was the other new wall, or was it the old wall that it was really easy to cut? So if it was the past wall, I can tell you that that is really easy to cut. Why? Because we have seen that they have put a jack tire in the middle of those two, and they have opened it up for people to walk in through your country. So it is difficult to saw it or cut it. I will tell you that. A lot of people, a lot of people have seen the wall over here, and they can tell you that nothing is impossible, but it will take them a long, long time, because it has concrete inside the pieces of metal, the long pieces of metal. So I believe that, it's I don't know if it is a speculation or not. Let me read it. I will read it late at night today, and I will read into it. I haven't had time, people. Had a difficulty with transportation right now. My car broke down. So I'm going to be a little bit out for probably the week because of my vehicle difficulties. But I will try to get you as much of information as possible for, you guys, as, me getting information from all other types of places. In the meantime, what I can do is do live shows for you guys right now in the morning at YouTube. And we can also, whatever information you guys need, you can send it to my page, also to my private page, and in Facebook, the one that is a friend request page. God bless you all. Questions, everybody, before I go. If you guys want to ask a question, Q&A for everybody on this feed. Thank you so much. If you'd like to donate or contribute to my work, there's my PayPal right there on the page. God bless you all. Thank you. Can you give us the link? What link? Keith, what's going on, Keith? Keith Cheney, what's going on? What's going on, brother? What link you're talking about? Michelle Courtney Wendell, there is a video from the grandfather. Which grandfather? Getting American politicians out of the drug business will help. A lot of people don't know. The link for tomorrow morning, of course, I will post that in a few seconds, Keith, in my page of Facebook right here. And you can go directly tomorrow morning. People subscribe to my channel that they're watching. If you would like to subscribe to my channel at YouTube, subscribe to my channel. It's Oscar L. Blue at YouTube. Sometimes I do morning shows when I have, the time and I have the chance to do morning shows for you guys. Subscribe to my channel. It's Oscar L. Blue at YouTube. God bless you and your family, Oscar, and keep safe. Thank you, General Linga. Thank you so much. Send you a big hug. It's horrific what recently happened. Is it safe to travel to Mexico in general? Yes, it's safe to travel to Mexico in general. These kind of attacks or these kind of massacres, they occurred on people that they have been involved in some way, or they owe something back, or some of their family members did something. So this kind of like it's part of something that happened. So there's a lot of places that you can vacation, but if you're a tourist, I will tell you, just be careful. I just seen Anthony. He was at a bad gas leak at Apostle. Pray all that is okay over there. Thank you so much, Miss Angela Westenhager. I don't know if I said your last name correctly, but I don't want to mess it up. Okay, let me see a little bit of more comments. The story on the wall being solved. Oscar Blue, yes, I will tell that later on. I haven't, I need to get the information correct so we can talk about it. Is it legal for Mexican citizens to own firearms? They have a lot of permits and a lot of, traps for us to get firearms. So that's one of the things that why these attacks continue. We are not allowed to have a firearm, and there's a lot of permits to get them. It's horrific. We're recently happy that they're safe. Okay, this is the same comment. Beverly Al Asleason. So sorry to hear about that tragedy. Pray everything. Right there. I can't say that word, Miss Beverly, that much. Okay. Why was they killed, Oscar? I don't know. I don't know, and I don't want to find out. Why haven't we heard anything about this on the American news channels? You can ask your social news channels, fake news. Also, you can appreciate that you got CNN, MSNBC, that they're always lying to the citizens of the United States, and not only to the citizens of the United States, but they're lying to the world. Thank you for keeping us informed, Belma Guajardo Carvazos. Send a big hug to you. Carla Stanley, family members, is on the thread. Yes. Saludos de McAllen, Texas. Oscar, hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Possibly the Mormons were witnessing to people. Well, it's going to come out. The information is going to come out, people. Don't worry about that. The information is going to come out. and you're going to find out about that information. Believe me, in the next hours, you're going to find out. God bless you all. My PayPal is on the bottom for people that want to donate and contribute. Thank you so much for this live feed. God bless you all. Stay safe. And always remember, peace and love, because always your country is first.